guys have been asking for this, and now, finally, I have an album out of some of my most popular original songs on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and Pandora. It's available right now, today, as of the date of this video, which also happens to be my birthday. The album is called Princess Rizu Volume 1. It's available right now, links in the description. Go check it out. I am so excited to share this with you guys. I just spit everywhere. I am so excited to share this with you guys. Like I said before, this album is of some of my most viewed original songs, like Emotional, Through His Eyes, Bone to Pick, you know, all the good ones. Now, this album has 12 of my original songs on it, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've written more than 12 original songs, so the plan is to hopefully be releasing more albums in the future with my other original songs on them as well. But for now, I am so excited to be sharing some of my biggest original songs with you guys on these platforms for the first time ever, and I want to give a ginormous, huge thank you to Rose Rock Records for making this possible. So again, links are in the description, go check it out, and I really hope you guys enjoy! So this video would be a little short if it was only me talking about the album, so to celebrate the release and to thank you guys for your support and for being so freaking awesome, for the rest of this video I am going to answer some questions from you guys. Let's go! Did you participate in musicals in high school? If you did, what were they? So yeah, I was in musicals from pretty much the beginning of middle school all throughout high school. I didn't do a whole lot with my actual school's theater department, but I did a lot of community theater. I was lucky enough to grow up in an area where there were a lot of theater opportunities for young people, and I'm very grateful for that. So I got a lot of experience during musicals. Probably my favorite one I ever did was Les Miserables. I got to play Cosette. That was really, really fun. I also got to be in Sweeney Todd, West Side Story, Cats, Beauty and the Beast, and lots of fun stuff like that. So I was really fortunate to grow up in an area where I could do that. And also, as kind of an aside to this question, a lot of people ask me, you know, like, what does it take to be a voice actor? What kind of training do I need? And I honestly think, and a lot of people would agree with me, that theater is amazing practice for not only voice acting, but any kind of acting you want to do. I feel like I really got my acting roots in theater. And not only is it great for learning how to act, but it's great for learning to build up your self-confidence and, you know, learning to have fun playing pretend, like being a little kid again, you know? So if you're looking to be a voice actor or any kind of actor, I highly suggest trying to find some theater opportunities in your area, because it's good practice and also it's really fun! Do you ever get frustrated because you can't hit a certain note or you mess up while recording? Sometimes, yeah. I think everybody kind of, you know, gets frustrated sometimes if they're having an off day or, you know, flubbing up a lot or, you know, can't hit a certain note. So I always say it's completely okay to get upset or frustrated if you're having trouble, but it's important to try not to hold on to that for too long, because then it just affects you more and more. It affects your work, it affects your life, and it's not good. So yes, I absolutely allow myself to feel frustrated, but I try my best to let that go as soon as possible so I can keep moving forward. Do you have any regrets voice acting? First of all, no, absolutely not. Second, regrets tend to be the kind of thing that you have over things you didn't do but wish you had, rather than things you did. So no, I absolutely have no regrets over becoming a voice actor and pursuing that, but I definitely would have regretted it if I had been too scared and decided not to try it out. So I guess that's kind of my advice. If you don't want to have any regrets, then do not let fear stop you from doing whatever you want to do. What was your favorite cereal that you liked as a kid and now? Reese's Puffs. As a kid and now. Any new series you're gonna be in? So if you want to be one of the first to know what I have coming up for voice acting as far as roles and projects and that kind of thing, I always put announcements for that on my Twitter and Instagram and sometimes on my Facebook page, and typically I make those announcements as soon as I'm able to. A lot of people don't know this, but voice actors a lot of the time are under NDA, which stands for non-disclosure agreement, which basically means I am not allowed to tell you anything about a project I'm in or even the fact that I am in it until I'm explicitly given permission to do so, or if the project is already out. Breaking an NDA is not good. You can get fired from the project, you can end up in legal trouble, and also it's just not cool to break a promise. And kind of in the same vein as that, a lot of times I'll get asked questions about, you know, upcoming seasons of a show I'm in, or, you know, if I can give any spoilers. Voice actors are usually the last to know about that kind of thing, so if you ask me that, number one, I probably don't know, and number two, even if I do, I'm not allowed to tell you. So yeah, if you want to know what I have coming up in voiceover that I can tell you, make sure you're following my Twitter and Instagram and all that goodness for those announcements. What inspired you to dye your hair? So for some reason, people think that I've dyed my hair. I have not. It's always been this color. I've worn wigs in a couple of videos, but that's about it. I'm really not interested in dyeing my hair either. If I were to try anything, it would probably be, you know, temporary stuff for fun for a couple days. This is a lot of hair, and I'm not really interested in all the work and maintenance that would come with dyeing all of this and keeping its color and all that. And if I did dye my hair, it would definitely not be blue, so stop asking. Will we fans be able to meet you? So for anyone who didn't know, I am going to be at Anime Central 2018, not as a guest or anything, I'm just going to the con. If you see me there, you're welcome to come say hi. I love meeting people. I probably will not be doing a meetup or anything like that, but if you see me at Anime Central, please don't be shy and come say hi. That rhymed. Do you like pineapple on pizza? Yes, I do, and I don't understand the whole thing where people who don't like it get like really upset at people who do, like it's some kind of blasphemous thing. Like, it's food, stop being a baby. Do you have plans on coming out with merch? I would love to come out with merch at some point. I don't have immediate plans for it right now, but I'm hoping maybe sometime in the future I'll be able to do that. But for now you can download, I guess, my digital merch by downloading my album that's out today. Again, by the way, in case you didn't hear, album out today. Do you like cheese? I like cheese so much that it's actually kind of a problem. Other than singing and voice acting, do you have any other interesting passions that we may not know of? So I may or may not be kind of going into game dev territory at the moment. We'll see what that means. Stay tuned. When did you want to make an album, and why now? So I've always wanted to be able to share my original music on iTunes and Spotify and that kind of thing, but it's generally difficult to do that without having to pay an aggregator up front, and I was afraid that I would not be able to make up in sales what I paid the aggregator, and so basically I was afraid that if I put my music out on iTunes and stuff that there was a possibility that I would lose money, and I didn't want to do that because, you know, money's kind of important. Kind of need to be able to pay for stuff to, like, live, but thankfully I have a deal now with Rose Rock Records. They are awesome, and I am so excited and happy that I can finally do this! Can you show us a picture of when you were little? Here you go. Why aren't you on The Voice or America's Got Talent yet? So I'll be completely honest, I don't really have a whole lot of interest in being on either of those kind of shows. One, because I don't want to get locked into a contract where I don't have as much freedom over my stuff as I would like to have. And second, I feel like my stuff isn't really like mainstreamish, I guess. I don't want to sound like a hipster or anything, but I feel like I don't feel like those shows are the right place for my kind of music, if that makes sense. So yeah, short answer is because I don't really wanna. What are your opinions on SpongeBob SquarePants? Can I tell you something? I was completely obsessed with SpongeBob in like 3rd grade. I had so much merch. I had giant, you know, stuffed animals of like all the main characters. I was like into SpongeBob, and I still love SpongeBob. And you know, earlier seasons of the show, you know, they were a bit better than now. I don't hate the ones now, but yeah, like, you know, classic SpongeBob is where it's at. And I'm hoping we'll soon get a chance to see SpongeBob on Broadway, and I'm so excited and I can't wait. And yeah. How are you so confident when you sing? I want to make some videos. How should I start? So I have 2 tips for confidence. One is fake it till you make it. You would be surprised how well this works. Even if you don't feel confident at all, just pretend you are. You know, just pretend, you know, like I don't have anything to worry about. You know, I can do this. And even if you don't actually feel that way, if you keep telling yourself and you keep faking it, you'll be surprised what that can do. And second, you should only be trying to please you and not trying to please other people. I know it's way easier said than done, but if you just focus on, you know, I'm singing because I enjoy it and I like to do it, or, you know, not even just singing, anything. Don't sing because you want other people to think you're awesome or, you know, be famous or anything like that. First of all, that's not a good reason to do it. And second, you're gonna lose a lot of confidence that way because you're placing your worth in what you do in what other people think. So a good way to keep confidence is to remember that 1, your opinion is the only one that matters, and 2, try your best to have a good opinion of yourself, because you should. You're awesome. What's your favorite Disney movie? I love a Goofy movie so much. It's not only does it feature one of my favorite characters in animation ever, Goofy, the Goof, the best, the man, but it also is so representative of the era that I grew up in, the 90s. It's the best. It's great. Goofy movie. It's good. If you haven't watched it, you should. It is good. Do you feel like your characters' personalities are similar to yours, as if your characters were a part of you personality-wise? Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that a lot of acting is finding the character within yourself rather than building something up outside of yourself. Whatever you do needs to come from you, because that's how you make it believable. So in that sense, yes, you know, like, I absolutely take parts of myself and put them into my characters, and a lot of their personalities, like, they have traits that are similar to mine. I can be a little sarcastic sometimes, and I play a lot of characters who are like that as well. I like to think of myself as a badass lady, I guess. I play a lot of badass ladies, many of whom are far more physically fit than I am, but, you know, it's there. But also on the flip side of that, I voice a lot of characters who are blunt and confrontational and have big personalities, and, I don't really have— I'm kind of the opposite. I'm very anti-confrontational. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and, so I actually think I might have a hard time hanging out or getting along with some of my characters if they were real. But it's funny because that's a personality that I get cast to play over and over again, and so maybe it's, you know, taking something deep inside myself that never really gets used in, you know, my everyday life and putting it to use, so like maybe it really is a part of me in some way, even though it's like opposite of how I really am. I don't know. I mean, those characters are really fun to play though, so like, I don't know. So that is gonna do it for now. Thank you guys so much, and again, be sure to check out my album, Princess Rizu Volume 1, on iTunes and Spotify, and all of those things in the links in the description below. So thank you guys so much, take care, and have a good one. Bye!